Hello everyone and welcome to episode 31 of the TEW 2020 Pro Wrestling Noah series here on the channel, as it is the Navigation to the Future tour, as well as a Great Voyage in Tokyo Volume 2 tour as well, as that's going to end out the tour. Very excited for these two shows. This first show, the Navigation to the Future show, is not as good as the second one, as the Great Voyage in Tokyo Volume 2 show. That show is fucking crazy, but there is quite a main event here for the GHC Tag Team titles. We have four of the very best tag teams in our company battling it out in Kings of Wrestling. Kazuchika Okada and Tomoichi of Money and Mayhem, the Muscle Bombers in Strong Big Japan. Very excited for that. Then King Devitt and Kota Ibushi for the Junior Heavyweight title. That's a great co-main event. GHC Emerald Openweight title matchup, Muhammad Yan taking on Shuji Ishikawa. That should be fun. And then a number one contendership matchup, Tetsuya Naito versus Go Shiozaki for the GHC Heavyweight title. Of course, the winner of this will take on the Michimaro Fuji at the Great Voyage in Tokyo Volume 2 show. Then we have a GHC Junior Tag Team title matchup as Pac and Yuki Tanasaki going to take on Ryusuke Taguchi and Kushida. Very excited for that one. That should be a very good matchup there. And then a six-man of Brave versus Diamond Ring, Michi Marufuji, Jun Akiyama, Kenta Kobashi, taking on Kensuke Sasaki, Katsuhiko Nakajima, and Kenta Miyahara. Then another six-man matchup. Of course, that's our undercard. We got a lot of six-mans, got a lot of underneath tag team stuff as Laughter 7 taking on Suzuki-gun as Katsura Shibata, Kazushi Sakuraba, Kendo Kashin taking on Kenta, Takashi Sugiura, and Tai Chi. Then the final matchup, our opener, to talk about as Hiroki Goto and Kaisuke Ishii of Money and Mayhem are going to take on the Strong Pillars of Violence team of Koi Sato and the Great Sasuke. Really like this card. It's pretty well put together. I think a lot of things make sense as far as what's going to be the best thing on this card. I'm hoping it's the goddamn tag match, but you never know, though, as far as with these cards. But, I mean, it's going to be tough to top that. Very excited for it. It is basically, it's a 5-day tour with the Navigation of the Future. Then you have the 6th day with that Great Voyage in Tokyo. And then we'll be officially, crazy to think about it, as far as we started in 2011. And we'll be right where we're at as far as the amount of shows we have done. I'm actually not even sure. So we'll just kind of take a look and see. Almost 270, so that's cool. That's a lot. It's a lot of shows. But without further ado, let's get on with the first show here. Because, again, it seems like it's been a pattern here, but I really have no idea what I want to book them for as the tour show. We'll kind of figure it out. We'll play it by ear. But we got a couple of backstage incidents here. Alright, so with Sakuraba, passing on Psychology to Takashita, and then Psychology to Tetsuya Endo as well. Perfect. As for this show here, so I think what would kind of be fun is a big-ass 8-man between all the 4 teams that are in the main event. That would be kind of fun. As far as who should face who, that's the better question. So I think we're going to have Kings of Wrestling with the Muscle Bombers team take on Strong Big Japan and Okada and Ishii, which this match is going to be crazy. Now, of course, it's going to go to a 30-minute time limit draw because, well, I don't want anybody in that match losing. I would have it be like, oh, I don't know, double counter or something, but this game hates that, so we'll just go with that instead. There you go. If you force it, but if you just let it be a draw and let the game decide, then it's somehow magically fine. Stupid ass game as for the co-main. I was thinking something with Muhammad Yan and Ishikawa, as far as that makes sense. Ishikawa with, let's go with Koei Sato. Muhammad Yan. With someone from Brave. Let's see, I was thinking maybe Kobashi to use him. Or even Jun Akiyama, just to give Jun Akiyama a win over Koei Sato. Yeah, let's do that. To try and get Jun Akiyama some great momentum. I was trying to have him lose weight too, to maybe feel like maybe that could help him out a little bit, but Can't do that, and yeah, and he's just kind of stuck where he is. But that's not a bad co-main, I don't think, at least. As see what else we could do. Um, well, we could use. I think if we should start booking people that are not on the show, that's not a bad idea. Yeah, Mama Yan Takeshi Rikiya we could have done as well. So let's exclude people that's booked, so this is a little easier. So let's think it's something with the Junior Kings, and then Ibushi and someone. That's, yeah, him and Tanasaki, sure. Yeah, I guess we could actually do a 6-man of that. Now I'm thinking about it, we could do a 6-man. Pac, Nuki, Tanasaki. And then we could either go with Devitt. It'd kind of not make sense have Devitt team up with the people he hates. Or we can go with somebody else instead. Have, like, have Kendo Cashin be involved. I think that's what we're going to do instead. So that's right, Kushida's still hurt. So there goes that anyways. So instead, we just do a tag of Cashin and Taguchi against Pac and Tanasaki. Just kind of curious if we done. So yeah, we did the 6-man of this in April. So I figured we did. We could have this set for Steal the Show. As of course, it doesn't matter who wins. If it's going to be Tanasaki or Pac, but we know Kendo Cash was taking the fall. That we know for certain. Nice. So now for the bottom half, undercard stuff. Takashita and Endo. Throwing them out there. Yeah, Live Strong, Die Hard. We haven't really used them in a hot minute. Since March. They unfortunately got the raw end of the deal to end out the year. Koji Yamato. And then thinking Okita. Oh, that tournament. So we did this back in January to open up the show. It's not going to be great, but we might have Alex Payne instead now I'm thinking about it, because we haven't used Alex since February. Been a long time. Alex is the man. So when's the last time we've done this match? Ah, January as well. Perfect. That's much better, though. Then our final matchup. Let's do a tag. Let's see here. So, Keno could be doing something. We could do... I mean, we can do Keno and Okita against Goto and Keisuke Ishii. That's certainly a match. We'll have Keisuke Ishii get the win over Okita. There we go. I mean, it's not a bad card. Just kind of saved by the main for sure. But that's okay. That is okay. This is also, I mean, a lot of it's kind of like one guy in the match kind of hurts it more than anything. As far as a venue, I guess we can just run Kanto. It's not that big of a deal, but we'll probably go somewhere else, though, just to be safe. Go Chubu. The economy is hit the shit fan as far as for in Japan. But Alex Payne beating Koji Yamato gets a 54, and as he gets the sweet spot in 10:06, 62 for Alex Payne's at 26 for Koji Yamato. 58 for this junior tag matchup, as Roderick Strong and Eddie Edwards beating Konosuke Takeshita and Tetsuya Endo. This is the sick kick into the Die Hard driver for Eddie Edwards at 11:43. 61. As Goto bruises his eye socket. That's not great. As for the Yeah, I mean, that's tough, but hopefully he still should be able to perform at our main show. But yeah, I mean, besides really Keno, this match does really, really well as Keisuke Ishii pinning Keno with a kneel kick in 12:42. And it was Keno who cost it. Way to go, Keno. As Tanasaki and Pac against Keno, Cashin, and Taguchi. As Tanasaki with the Casanova in 13:29. So good stuff there. Taguchi a little bit better than Tanasaki than Pac. Best guy in the match, makes sense there. 72 for Muhammad Yan and Jun Akiyama against the Twin Towers of Violence as Jun Akiyama tapping out Koei Sato in 17:54. Ishikawa with a 75-67 for Muhammad Yan. Good stuff there. They did a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Main event, though. I mean, just the best tour match we'll ever have, probably, as we have an 88 for the time limit draw in the big-ass 8-man. Best guy was Okada. Worst guy was Eugene, and he did a 72. So even then, it's not even that bad. It's good stuff, though, by a lot of great guys, though. You know, obviously Okada and Ishii have just been insanely good. Morishita's doing really well still. And he's got everybody else doing fairly solid. Fairly solid. Yeah, an 85. We'll gladly take that. So on to the next day we go. Alright, for this second day now, let's see what we got. So, I think as far as what I want to do for the main, maybe something with Go and Naito, but it's tough because Go, or at least Naito right now, doesn't really have anybody to team with as far as that goes. Obviously Go does, but let's take a look here. So I don't know if we should go heavyweight junior guy. I think that's probably for the best. So we can have Naito, Minoru Tanaka. Then Go, and we'll go with Ishimori. This is a really good match. I would love to see this, to be honest. This would be great. We probably gave it a little too much time, to be honest, so we'll just bump that right back down to 20, but we'll have Ishimori beat Minoru Tanaka. So that's a pretty good main as far as what I would like to see next. Maybe a tag of Marufuji and Kobashi. Oh, that's right. Kendo Kobashi's still hurt. I don't know why I keep on trying to add Kendo Kobashi to stuff when he has literally he's out for like years. Jeez, yeah, because he's, what is it now? Yeah, 8 months. Every time I keep on adding him to shit. Instead of Marufuji, we'll have, or instead of Kobashi, we'll have that be Kotori Suzuki instead. Jeez, Jesus Christ. As let's go back to that though, where we were. It's Marufuji, Kotori Suzuki, another guy we haven't used since March, against Kinsuke and Kento Miyahara. A very good match here. It's Kento Miyahara over Kotori Suzuki. We'll bump that up a little bit more to about 20. Nope. That boosted there. Okay, so that's our main and co-main, for sure. As far as an undercard matchup, it's thinking Tai Chi with Suzuki. Maybe make it a 6-man. Let's go Suzuki, Takayama, and Tai Chi. Against Laughter 7, Shibata, Sakuraba, and fortunately Kendo Cashin. But this time Kendo Cashin will not be involved in the finish. We're going to give the win to Laughter 7 as we're going to have Sakuraba beat Takayama. Or, let's have him beat Suzuki, actually. Yeah, I like that. Oh, I like that a lot. As let's see here. For the next matchup, we get our top half. I think the bottom half can just be people that are not really on the show. So let's get Walter involved. Yeah, Walter and Masai Noe. Let's run this back since it's been, a couple of months now for sure since we've done it. It's Walter beating Masai Noe again. Yeah, like 12. Oh, Masai Noe. Never mind. He can't work that long anymore. 10. So we need a steal the show match, and we need another, undercard matchup. So we'll go with Takashita as the opener against... let's go with Aoki, since he's not doing anything. I've never done this as a singles match. I mean, it should be pretty good, honestly, for a Young Lion match. Nice. Then the Steal the Show matchup, well, that would be a junior tag. Let's see who we got. Yeah, let's go with Ogawa and Yoshitone. Nah, let's at least go with Nozawa and Super Crazy on this side. But we'll find a junior to team. I guess we'll go with Koji Wamato. Nozawa and Koji. And Nozawa and Super Crazy against Ogawa and Koji Wamato. Sure. Super Crazy over Koji Wamato. It's not the greatest of matches, but it will do. Alright. Save and run the show. 61 for Aoki and Konosuke Takashita. It's the assault point for Atsushi Aoki in 10:08. 60 for Nozawa and Super Crazy against Yoshinori Agawa and Koji Wamato. Nozawa and Super Crazy again doing really, really good. As Super Crazy with the trifecta 9:33. 53 for the Walter Masao Noe match. At least Walter, because the chemistry boost is really, really improving. They got Chapam in 9:39. The 70 for the Laughter 7 Suzuki-Gun matchup, as Sakuraba tapping out Suzuki with the cross armbar, with the cross arm breaker, as Shibata best guy in the match, followed by Sakuraba, and Suzuki, actually Taichi, then Suzuki, then Takayama, then Gendo Kashin. 76 for this co-main event, Kendo Miyahara with a Northern Light suplex over Katora Suzuki. Pretty close. But I think it's probably the wrong team won, for being honest. The 77 main event, as Ishimori pinning Minoru Tanaka after the Hemocilio. Ishimori being really off his game. This could have been a little bit better, but it's still a really good match, though. Yeah, 76. We'll gladly take that. So, yeah, good stuff. Another good show. It's now on to day 3. We got a backstage incident for day 3. Let's see what it is. It's Naito, who was brought before Wrestler's Court accused of being absorbed by his phone. He should have been paying attention to a locker room meeting as the judge, Kazushi Sakuraba, found him guilty and sentenced to buy a crate of beer for the locker room. Come on, Naito, son. I mean, you can't be doing that. Can't be doing that. Man, as far as what else we could do, I'm just kind of spinning my wheels on what else we could do here. I was thinking maybe something Money and Mayhem, Okada, Ishii, and then I guess Goto, because that'd probably be the best case scenario instead of Keisuke Ishii against the Muscle Bombers and Walter. So I think that's probably going to be our main event. Think that will do it. I like it a lot, though, obviously. I mean, this is a really good main event. Okada, Ishii, and Goto. With his bruised eye socket. 20 minutes. Kind of want to give Walter the win here, but also think that's probably a bad idea. Because, well, yeah, Walter's, I mean, almost half his pop. I'm just kind of curious. Have we done this before? Oh, we have. Yeah, first navigation tour, day 1. Muscle Bombers lost. I want to give them the win, though, I think, this time. And we're going to have Yuji Hino get the win, too. Actually, we'll have it beat Morishima. That's probably for the best. Morishima's going to beat Ishii. Actually, he could beat Goto. I think that's fine. There we go. That's a pretty solid main event. Again, with something with Devitt and Ibushi, like, that'd be great. I think we can do it. As far as, maybe like an 8-man. That's just, you know, as far as, yeah, Kings of Wrestling, Junior Kings. It would be kind of cool to see Strong Big Japan with Sasuke in the great, as Sasuke and Kota Ibushi. I mean, just as a fun, like, this is a fucking crazy ass, like, great Sasuke and Kota Ibushi teaming up. Be pretty electric. But we're gonna have Zack Sabre Jr. beat the great Sasuke. Fun match, though. Very fun. Now, this honestly could be the main. Oh, Sasuke's the agent. I mean, I really like that match a lot. It's a fun match. So then we got our main and co-main out of the way. As far as what else we could do, that is a good question. As far as maybe another Ishikawa match with Muhammad Yan. We'll go with Yon and Rikio this time. I don't know why. Figured we haven't done this before, but figured might as well check. Yeah, Ishikawa over to Takeshi Rikio. Not looking too hot for Muhammad Yan going into that title match. That's why I only gave it 11 minutes. 13 minutes, rather. Here we go. So now, undercard stuff. I would absolutely love I think this will be the Steal the Show match. A Nakajima Miyahara versus Jun Akiyama Fuji. Have it be set for the show. We're gonna have Fuji get the win for his team, even though he's definitely gonna get outperformed, as he's gonna beat Kendo Miyahara there. Oh, I did the slow build again. Have this be the Steal the Show match. We've done this before, yeah. Yep, and that was Global Tag League 2 years ago. Well, yeah, last year, technically, but yeah, Fuji and Jun Akiyama got the win that time around, and they're gonna get the win this time around, too. Alright. So, our undercard stuff. I think we're gonna have Takashita another singles matchup, because, I mean, he's just so fucking good. Have him and Kyle O'Reilly have a match. I say they did the Red Dragon matchup, but not a one-on-one match. We're just trying to get Takashita in there with some talented fucking guys. It's really the idea there. And yeah, we're gonna have Bobby Fish and Endo. Seems fair. Nice. Yeah, I think that's the format we want. As far as where I want this show to be, that's a better question. We'll just go here for 2,000. Alright. 48 for the opener. It's Bobby Fish with the Manhattan Drop in 10-13. This is a 64 for Kyle O'Reilly and Takashita. It's Kyle O'Reilly with ankle lock at 9:44. As Muhammad Yan and Takeshi Rikio. As against Twin Towers of Violence as Ishikawa pinning Rikio after the Hawaiian Splash Mountain in 13-15. Ishikawa was a 76, 65 for Muhammad Yan, 56 for Koi Sato, and 38 for Takeshi Rikio. Rounding up the group as 75 here for Fuji and Akiyama against Kento Miyahara and Katsuhiko Nakajima. Obviously, the Diamond Ring team had the better of that one, but with Fuji being the best guy in the match, I think we're okay with this, as Mount Fuji with the pole shift flosion in 1417. It's an 81 for Money and Mayhem against the Muscle Bombers, as Tomoe Ishii and Kazuchika Okada with Hiroki Goto beating losing rather to the Muscle Bombers team of Yujino Morishima. Wow, it's crazy. Yujino was better than Morishima because he was really off his game. But still, it could have went either way with Goto taking the loss because he was the worst guy for that team. It's an 82, right decision. Have this be on last. Sasuke Regina with the Saber Driver with the Great Sasuke in 1944. Hell yeah. It's way to go, Goto Bushi with the Great Sasuke. Yeah, Sasuke, worst guy in the match. Just makes sense from that perspective. Hero, best guy. A lot of people in the 70s. That's good. It's a very good main event. Very good show. This has been one of our best tours ever. I don't think we really had a bad tour show. Which we shouldn't. You know, we're 4 years in. I think we have a good enough roster where we can make this work. Now we have our final tour show, actually, which is pretty crazy to think. On to day 4, because I believe it is right here. So glad we didn't cut away. We can keep it. Oh no, we have contracts. So yes, we're bringing in the Rookie Doi on a exclusive deal. We're also going to be bringing in Yoshihino as well, so that's exciting. Bringing in the Speed Muscle. They were fun to use for that short bit of time, so now it's going to be great to use them here. So now that Kushida's back from injury, I think it'll be a good idea to have him be in a match. I think we're going to do the 6-man. Pac, Tanasaki, and Tanaka against the Taguchi, Kushida, Kendo Gashin team. As I will have this be Steal the Show. I'm trying to think if I'll say I don't think we've done anything quite like this, but Minoru Tanaka will be getting the win. He's going to be pinning Kendo Gashin. Because of course he is. Nice. Nice. As for the next matchup, we definitely need to go with some kind of heavier stuff, I think. As I think for the main event, I think we're going to have Naito with... I think I'm going to go with... Actually, I think we're going to go with the Momonosushin tag team, Kotoge and Harada, against Go and Ishimori. Actually, we'll probably go with Aoki and Suzuki. This is a really good match, though, I think. 20 minutes. So we'll have Kotor Suzuki beat Kotoge. Nice. As for the next matchup, I was thinking something with Kenta and Sujiura. Thinking them against Laughter 7. Which is a pretty crazy matchup. As this will also be a draw. This time, I'm open for a double DQ. That's the idea. I'm not going to choose it. This game is dumb. Not a great night for Laughter 7. But that's okay. As bottom 6 now, as far as... I would like to see Keisuke Ishii and Sasuke have a match. So we're going to have Sasuke get a win back after, he put over Keisuke Ishii. They are back in February. Mighty nice of Sasuke to do that. Poor Sasuke. The age is getting to him. Yeah, I mean, we really have been just pushing the shit out of using Takashita and Endo, which is great for them. I mean, it's going to give them a lot of experience for sure. But I feel like we're doing it too much and they're going to get hurt again. One of them will end up getting hurt. Yeah, let's see. We did Live Strong, Die Hard. We can go with Ishimori and Ricky Marvin. Yeah, it's not since July since we've done this. Ishimori getting the win. Nice. As the opener, though, so I'm going to use Keith Walker. I think it's going to be Keith and Walter. And this will be Keith Walker's kind of last match. So we're going to get rid of him. We finally got rid of Bobby Lashley, which it kind of hurt me to do that because I was thinking, it's like, man, we really could, like, really finagle him into Laughter 7 and it could probably work, but I was tired of not using him. I just was like, fuck it, might as well just let him go. So we about ran this in Kanto. That could have been bad. So yes, we will go with Kyushu here. 2000, perfect. So I really have no idea what I want to run the Navigation to the Future at, because I don't think Kanto will be the best idea. I think we should probably run somewhere else, but we'll see. We will see. As there's a 55 for the Gotcha Bomb for Walter and Keith Walker, as Walter with a 53, 46 for Keith Walker, 63 for Ishimori and Ricky Marvin against Tetsuya Endo and Kanatsuka Takashita. He's almost in the 50s now. It's Takashita, thanks to his excellent chemistry with Endo, so that's cool. 57 for Keisuke Ishii and the Great Sasuke. Sasuke beating Keisuke Ishii with the Thunderfire Powerbomb in 10-12. Some really good stuff there. As for the 6-man here, Pac, Naoki Tadasaki, Minoru Tanaka gets Laughter 7. As Laughter 7 take the fall as Minoru Tanaka with the Minoru Special number 2 over Kendo Cashman 1234. Some really good stuff there, just obviously Kendo Cashman being the goddamn worst. 73 for Kenta and Takashi Tsujura against Laughter 7. As it was just like a stoppage because he just lost control. I kind of like that. That's very sports entertainment, but I think it could work in this setting. We have some absolute unhinged killers in there like Tsujura and Zach Ravage about it. Kenta, but sucks. Kenta strains his rotator cuff. That does suck. To see that happen. And it was Sakuraba who caused it. Way to go, Sakuraba. Way to strain his rotator cuff. Way to almost put that out of place. So our main event is 72 as Naito with Momono Tsushin tag against Brave, as Brave get the win as Kotori Suzuki pinning Atsushi Kotoge with the Blue Destiny in 2010. So yeah, Naito and Go, best guys in the match, and then obviously the Brave team has a slight advantage there. But it was a pretty good match, pretty good main. Probably one of the worst shows of the tour, which is funny, because that was still a pretty good show. But now on to the Navigation to the Future show. Very, very excited to see how it plays out. And we will catch you guys there. Alright, so they got us in Jinju Stadium, which, not a bad location. I don't know. I just feel like we could run somewhere else. So let's see what Goto is. Helped create a great atmosphere. And he pulled a great rib on the entire locker room that everyone else laughing afterwards. Hell yeah. So, and Sakuraba was in fine form before the show, keeping up in a great mood with his hilarious Rose stories. Create a relaxed, happy atmosphere. Way to go, Goto and Sakuraba, for just being the best. Yeah, it's like, do we run like Osaka? I'm just kind of curious to see where we could even run a show of this magnitude. Can't run it there. Could run there. Yeah, then we got obviously Jinju. We got the Osaka Dome, of course. The Sapporo Dome would be close to a sellout. Yeah, the Nagoya Dome in Chubu. That's not a bad spot. 48,000. I think we're going to go there. I think we're going to go with Chubu. Yeah, I think that's what we're going with. Navigation of the future. I don't know. Now I'm thinking about it. Osaka would probably be smart. Yeah, we'll just run the Osaka Dome. Fuck it. Main event. You know it. Big ass 2v2v2v2 matchup. So basically, the order of elimination would kind of go like this. Strong Weight Japan would go out first. Muscle Bombers would beat them. So that would be huge. Muscle Bombers beating the Strong Weight Japan team to be the first elimination. So we're already going to know we're going to have new champs. Then the Kings of Wrestling would beat Muscle Bombers. And then, of course, you see there Tomohiro Ishii pinning Claudio Castagnoli for the GHC Tag Team titles. Your new champs. Kazuchika Okada and Tomohiro Ishii. What a fun match that would be, though. As for the Great Voyage in Tokyo, what will be the co-main there? Kings of Wrestling versus Kazuchika Okada and Tomohiro Ishii. Because now we'll see what those final two teams could do against each other. Is really the idea there. But that should be a lot of fun. Devitt and Kota Ibushi as the co-main. Ibushi's going to get the win there. That's going to go 30, though. That's going to be pretty awesome. Excited to see how that one plays out. Kota Ibushi retaining his belt, though. So that's going to be huge for him. Muhammad Yan versus Shuji Ishikawa. Another retain there for Ishikawa. So the only championship belts to be changed so far has been the tag team titles in our main event. Is then Tetsuya Naito versus Go Shiozaki. And then we see Manabu Soya attack Go Shiozaki during the matchup, which will cause Tetsuya Naito to get the win. Which then we see Naito's big win comes from the help of Manabu Soya as he cuts a promo on Fuji in Spanish. As Manabu Soya seems to have been joined up with with Tetsuya Naito, helping him out, beating Go Shiozaki. So Naito goes on to face Fuji in the main of the Great Voyage in Tokyo show, but also we're gonna have Go take on Manabu Soya because of that, because of the interference bullshit, shenanigans there. So then the junior title matchups as Naoki Tanasaki and Pac against Laughter 7. As we're going to set this for 20 minutes the other show matchup because I think it's going to do pretty well because she is going to beat Tanasaki to retain those belts. Another great win for the Kushida Raisuke Taguchi team, which is cool because the junior tag league last year, Tanasaki and Pac ended up beating Kushida and Taguchi, so I think that's really good there. As we got to change the order of that. Perfect. And so then for Shibata, Sakuraba, and Kendo Kashin, Laughter 7 against Suzuki-gun. As Taichi's going to beat Kendo Kashin, and Laughter 7 of Sakuraba and Shibata have had enough. And they beat the shit out of Kendo Kashin after the match, kicking him out of Laughter 7. They don't want the weak link holding them back anymore. Then for our... Oh, I forgot about the Brave... Yeah, forgot about this match. The Brave Diamond Ring matchup as Kotaro Suzuki is going to take the fall to Kensuke Sasaki there. Yeah, I forgot that's actually going above that. There we go. And then the opener of Hiroki Goto and Keisuke Ishii against... Keisuke Ishii is going to get his win back over the great Sasuke there. It's Road Agent Sasuke. We'll have to be Hayabusa. So we got to change the time. I know that much. Which is fine, we can do that, no problem. We'll make this a 3-hour show. So let's see what, Yamamoto. I didn't fix it, huh? Oh, no, wait, we're never gonna change it. Great. Oh, okay. Oh my god, we just can't buy a break here. So, back to the... Huh. There we go. As, Alright. We got that. So our two pre-show matches. First one. I think we're gonna have a singles. So yeah, I think we're gonna have Kakanuma beat... Or not Kakanuma beat. Daisuke Harada rather beat Kaka. Actually, we could... I was thinking we could make that a tag, but I don't think we can. But let's see here. Let's do Super Crazy Nozawa, though. And Speed Muscle. You're gonna make them a team again. Yoshihino over Super Crazy. Like, this junior tag division need to get any more better as far as that goes. So, I mean, they should still be, they just should be inactive. Yep. Perfect. And they use Keith Walker again to really drive home this is it. Yeah, we'll have to KO Mori beat him. I think that's for the best there. It's a 10-minute matchup with Takeo Mori getting the win. There we go. That is the show. Alright, let's see here. So, the first of the two pre-show matches, Takeo Mori beats Keith Walker in 10-14 with submission. Makes sense as far as I was hoping there to be an actual pinfall, but this is really, really good. That makes sense. It's Masato Yoshino and Naruki Doi, 85s and 75. Speed Muscle, double thumbs up. Love Speed Muscle, so that's cool that they're doing really, really well. They're doing a lot better than when we had them, which is crazy to think they've improved so much. Very, very cool. 76 for the opener, though. So this still did pretty good. Obviously, if Goto was at his best, this would have been even better, but that's okay. It was pretty close, though, as far as 70, 60, 72, 59, but the right team does get the win by 1 point, though, so it's very, very close. Got the strong start, got the crowd hotter. Everything we could ask for, really, is then Brave, Diamond Ring, 6-man. It's an 80, as I want to say we had this in the wrong order. Now I'm thinking about it. Because, yeah, it was supposed to be Shibata, Sakuraba, and Kendo Kashin was supposed to be after this. Oh, it was supposed to be flipped, but that's okay. Marufuji and Kensuke did really, really well. Nakajima did really well, too. Really just Jun Akiyama, you know, was pretty bad. And Miyahara got outperformed by Kotori Suzuki. So Kensuke getting the one with the Northern Light Bomb in 2024. It's a great job for Kensuke there. Forgot to change the angle of the order, so that's cool. The order of the angle, there's my dyslexic ass just popping up there. It's Taichi pinning Kendo Kashin with the Black Mephisto in 2003. It's Taichi getting the win over Kendo Kashin, and we saw them beating up Kendo Kashin afterwards. 83, though, for the junior heavyweight tag team title matchup as Naoki Tanasaki taking the Kushida lock in 2021. It's really good stuff. Got the crowd buzzing. You know, Pac and Kushida did really, really well, and really, it was could have went either way, really. You know, maybe a 1 point difference for Tanasaki and Pac in their favor, but love that match. It was a lot of fun. 86, though, for Go and Naito, as Naito gets the win with the Gloria in 26-14, thanks to Manabu Soya running in and getting the win over, is attacking Go Shiozaki. I want to say he just spears him or something, but very, very cool. Then the post-match promo on Marufuji in Spanish, as he gives a warning to Marufuji that the Great Voyage in Tokyo Volume 2 show is going to be a night that you will not forget, be unforgettable. As an 84 for the JHC Emerald Openweight title matchup, as Shuji Ishikawa making his second defense, as Ishikawa getting the win with the Lion Splash. Rather a great match from Shuji Ishikawa. I mean, he's just been phenomenal in his reign so far. So 84 for this junior heavyweight title matchup as well, as Kota Ibushi makes his third defense, beating King Devitt in 29-50. Very rare do we see someone outperform King Devitt, and someone did in Kota Ibushi because he's fucking awesome. Main event, 91, thank Christ, as Money and Mayhem of Kazuchika Okada, Tomohiro Ishii get the win, and it's kind of how I wanted it. It just, got fuckered up there. You know, Muscle Bombers and Kings Wrestling should have got switched, but everything else was perfect. As the great performance there from The Kings of Wrestling also, Kings of Wrestling did really, really well. So obviously the champs. What a reign, though. It took 3 different teams to be in the same match for them to, well, 4 if you count themselves. It took 4 teams to battle it out for them to finally lose. But Hiro and Claudio did tremendous. Morishima and Yuji Hino was tremendous. Yeah, everybody did really, really good. Worst guy was an 86 and Yuji Hino. Actually, 85, Tomarishi. Yeah, that was awesome, though. Everybody was, had either excellent or great chemistry besides Okada and Ishii as well, and they still did just as good as everybody else, so that's pretty crazy. Great show, though. 80, or 90 rather, as we increased our pop in 8 regions. Best thing was the main, so that's always great. But I'm happy that Naito and Go Shizaki did really, really well. I'm going to give some love to them. Also going to give some love to Okada. And I'm going to give some love to Kota Ibushi, to be honest, because he was fucking tremendous. Probably should have given it to Masato Yoshino, but that's okay as well. So for the Great Voyage in Tokyo Volume 2 show, I have the lineup here. I just got to copy it over. So there's not like any Road 2 shows or anything like that. The next show is the Great Voyage show. So we'll just kind of hang on and wait till this loading screen kind of processes, if it ever does. Looks like it's freezing. Okay, no, it didn't. WWE also had Over the Limit as well. So we'll just copy and paste. It's the Great Voyage in Tokyo Volume 2. Of course, we saw the heavyweight title matchup get, as far as how that's going to happen. Also, the tag team titles. But also, we're going to have Shuji Ishikawa and Kota Ibushi. So we're going to have the Emerald and Openweight, or the GHC Emerald Openweight and the GHC Junior Champion team up to take on Katsuhiko Nakajima and Keno. That should be a lot of fun. It's King Devitt and Hiroki Goto in a #1 contendership matchup for the GHC Emerald Openweight title there. That should be a lot of fun. Strong Big Japan versus Kenta and Sugiura in a tag team matchup. Let's see how Strong Big Japan answers after losing their GHC tag team titles. And then Manabu Soya, Go Shizaki, of course. The reason why that match is taking place, you already know. And then Pac versus Zack Sabre Jr. in a junior heavyweight matchup. That should be a lot of fun as well. Then the Muscle Bombers, all of the Muscle Bombers. So we're going to have Walter with Yuji Hino and Morishima taking on Kensuke, Kenta Miyahara, and Okita to open up the show. It's weird. I had a lot more faith in this, but honestly, as I just realized there's a T instead of a Y there at the Great Voyage. There we go. As the Great Voyage in Tokyo Volume 2, this show, it might not even be better than the previous show. Honestly, now I'm thinking about it, because, that previous show was really, really good thanks to the main event. We'll see if it delivers in the same way here. That's going to be tough to follow in the Kings of Wrestling versus Kazuchika Okada and Tomarishi. As, we'll take a look at Over the Limit real quick before we end out the episode. Brian and Cage in the cage. That was, I don't know why that sounded weird when I said it. Cena and Bubba. Cut at 96. Samoa Joe and Wade Barrett. It's funny seeing Joe, after TNA, they signed him exclusively, and he's obviously done really, really well. As far as in WWE. Hasn't had any belts, though, looks like. Had a couple of times, and they did Punk and Joe, though, on Raw. So that probably was awesome. They signed Jay Briscoe, too. They have Jimmy Jacobs as well. They signed a lot of indie guys. Some, pieces of shit out of that group, but nonetheless, Randy Orton and Alex Shelley. So, Alex Shelley doing still pretty well. How fun. Fucking Maxine. Carly Perez being the Divas champ. Angelina Love. Alright. Yeah, that's Over the Limit. It's going to be tough to ever beat them if we ever do. I don't think we ever will, but you never know. Gotta have faith. But, we'll catch you guys for the Great Voyage in Tokyo. Alrighty, this Great Voyage in Tokyo show. It's got some gin juice. So perfect there. We won't have to change that, I don't believe, unless there's a better place for us. So there might be. That Tokyo Dome is very, very tempting. Don't think we're going to go there just yet, though. Think we'll wait until we're about 60K. I think that's when we'll pull the trigger on that. But, as far as our main event, and it's a big one, Tetsuya Naito versus Naomichi Fuji, with the interference from Daisuke Harada and Atsushi Katoge. Manabu Soya is there ringside for this matchup. Just too much for Nakajima Fuji. The odds stacked against him, and he could not overcome it. So we have a new JHC Heavyweight Champion. It's after the show. We have a post-show promo. It's the era of Los Ingobernables de Japón is here in Pro Wrestling Noah. As Naito names off each person that he has carefully selected through his time away. He's even found solace people in Mexico, or have given him the blessing to start Los Ingobernables de Japón over here in Japan, and is wanting to bring over Los Ingobernables people as well to look out for in Pro Wrestling Now. But also he says that he's got one more surprise up his sleeve that he is waiting to unleash in Pro Wrestling Noah. So that's just huge for Naito as far as starting a stable. I figured instead of, creating a whole new stable, might as well just use the Los Ingobernables de Japón name. We started a relationship with CMLL. The two people that will be coming over, of course, will be Bruce and Sombra. It's going to be very fucking cool, even though they're not over. I'm very excited to see how they do as far as that goes. And yeah, so we wanted to give, Los Ingobernables de Japón an actual, what they are, as far as being a CMLL faction, even though obviously they hadn't been started this time, as far as, because of the mod starting in 2011, but we'll be using them, and I'm very, very excited to see how that plays out. It's the co-main event. Four-time tag team champions, GHC tag team champions, the Kings of Wrestling, do it again, and they beat the freshly won. They've been champs for not even a week. Money and Mayhem, they beat them. If it's 2-2, they're the best team on the planet. They prove it there as Kings of Wrestling get the win as Chris Hero pinning Tomohiro Ishii there. That's 28 in 28 minutes. As for the rest of the card now, Shuji Ishikawa and Kota Ibushi, of course, the champs, taking on Katsuhiko Nakajima and Kenoh. So I had Kenoh beating Ibushi here. I love that, but I don't think it's necessary right now, because I think the next program is going to be Ibushi and Pac. So we're just going to have Ibushi beat Kenoh. But what could have been, am I right? That would have been incredible. That would have been a great moment for Kenoh. As King Devin and Hiroki Goto, #1 contendership for the GHC Emerald Openweight title. As Devitt will be beating Hiroki Goto. He's punching his ticket against Shuji Ishikawa there. That's going to go 28 minutes. Strong Big Japan and Kenta and Sujiwara, they have had a match in the past. It was a couple of months ago, back in October. It was in 84 when we did this. Obviously, it's not going to be a tag team title matchup, as Okabayashi is going to beat Sujiwara, though. That's going to be a nice bounce back for Strong Big Japan. Manabu Soya and Go Shizaki. So we know what Soya goes into. So I felt like we could either go two ways. Have Go get a win back, or have a big win for Nabu Soya to really solidify him as a monster as a part of Los Ingobernables de Japón. Really a great number 2, for Tetsuya Naito. But went with Go getting the win instead. That might have been a mistake, but I'm here for it, though. I think it was a good idea as far as to have Go get that win back. Steal the show match, going 20. Pac, Zack Sabre Jr., Pac getting the win there. That should be a lot of fun. Have we done that before? I'm sure we have. Wow, first time in the singles match in this. That's very fun. Then the opener, but after the opener, Kensuke Sasaki's going to kick out Okita out of Diamond Ring. Just kind of the same vein as Laughter 7 kicking out Kendo Kashi, and it's just kind of out with people bringing him down. Diamond Ring's been tremendous, but him, and just felt like it's time for that, and Walter's going to pin him as well in 20 minutes as another. I mean, these shows are being long. We're having 3-hour shows. It's kind of the standpoint of us, right now. That's kind of the product of Pro Wrestling Noah. Matches going over 20 minutes on the final show. Like, you're getting your fucking money's worth when you come to a show. That is a Pro Wrestling Noah main show. As far as, I didn't even believe, was it? Oh, it's Hayabusa. Okay, so it's Hayabusa. It's the road agent. We got to change. Perfect. Shui Nakayama. Perfect. As for the 2 pre-show matches, I think we're gonna have a singles. I think that'll probably be a fun idea. As it's tough to really choose to pick who I want this to be. So, just trying to think who I haven't used in a while. I haven't used Taniguchi since April. Probably haven't used Yoshitone since April as well. You think I'm gonna have Yoshitone wrestle? kind of want him and Sasuke to wrestle in a tag, so I think I'm going to go with Taniguchi, or even we could go with Kakanuma. Yeah, I think we're going to have Kakanuma. Kakanuma and Takashita. Haven't had a singles match before, so this is nice to at least do. 10 minutes. Kakanuma, of course, getting the win. Nice. So I'm assuming Hayabusa was the agent. Oh no, Taue is. We'll see if it's a refereeing or road agenting problem. Refereeing problem. I guess we'll go with Yamamoto. Boy, we're just all sorts of fucked, it looks like. Oh, no, we finally got one referee that it makes sense for. And then, oh, we gotta make it a tag. Sasuke with Yoshitone. Against a junior team, I would like preferably to be a junior team that hasn't really been used. Let's take a look here. I don't think there's really been a whole lot that haven't really been used, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, probably Harada and Katoge is probably for the best Momo no Sushin tag. Sure, we've done this a handful of times now. Yeah, back in first navigation we did this. As Katoge is going to beat Sasuke. What will be, Los Ngobra Nables de Japón for Momo no Sushin tag. I mean, that's going to be a great addition, I think, for those guys, specifically. Really, everybody in that stable, I think, is going to really benefit being around Naito. Sasuke keeping him strong. And yeah, I mean, that's a really good, I think, 1-2 punch here. As far as the pre-show, it's not going to be great, obviously, where it's going to get outperformed by all this. But that's okay. That's kind of the point. As, yeah, but I'm on the show now. We're good to go. It's 60 here for Kakanuma and Konosuke Takashita. Kakanuma getting the win at 9:54. 63 for Momo no Sushin tag and the great Sasuke and Yoshitone. Katoge with the Maxim over Sasuke. So it's wild that Harada's the worst guy in this matchup, but shout out Yoshitone being the man, fucking Fuji. He's awesome. 76 though to kick off the show as Walter pinning Okita after the Kachaboom in 2009. So Kensuke with an 83. He's kind of, I don't know if he's kind of declining now finally, because that might be the case. No, he's still not. He's like 50-some years old, still going strong. Shout out him. Orishima being the man. Yuji Hino's awesome. I mean, it's awesome. It's great. Great stuff there. It's a 67 though for the angle, but Okita out of Diamond Ring. Then Pac and Zack Sabre Jr. is an 83, as Pac with the 630 in 2028. Got the crowd buzzing. That's what we need. 82 for Manabu Soya. Go Shizaki's go with the Moonsault in 2420 there. And 84 for Strong Big Japan against Kenta and Sujiwara. Obviously, Kenta's injury, they didn't have a prayer. But still an 84, though. It's cool as Okabayashi with the Brainbuster on Suji. 22:55. An 80 for Devin and Goto. Would have been way better if Goto wasn't hurt, but that's okay, as Goto takes the Bloody Sunday in 27:51. Not a great show for Money and Mayhem, I know that much. It's an 85, though, for this tag match. Way to go Ishikawa and Kota Ibushi, though. That was awesome. I think the potential really is they have to have Ibushi start teaming up, being a part of the Strong Pillars of Violence. That'd be a lot of fun, because he would fit right in. He's absolutely insane. But, yeah, that's a lot of fun, though. Ibushi and Ishikawa. 86s, 85s. I mean, Keno at least with a 70. That's really good. It's really good. He's really coming along strong. So 91 for our co-main event. It's going to be tough to beat. I mean, what a match, though. I mean, Claudio and Hero, again, 4 times. They have been champions every single year, at least at some point in the year. That's pretty crazy. It's Chris Hero pinning Tomoichi with King's Reign Supreme over nearly everyone, and the thing is, I think most of it has been justified. I mean, they're the best team for the most part unless Strong Big Japan is really clicking, but other than that, they're really the only competition for them. Just really, really cool. Have King's Wrestling get the win yet again. Main event of 75. Thought they had it. Especially, I mean, it's pretty good. 88 and 85s. It's hard to follow all that. But with Daisuke Arata, Katoge running in attacking Fuji. During the matchup, Naito wins the Stardust Press in 3209, and I want to start establishing him doing the Destino now. I think that's going to be a lot of fun, as because I think he's only doing the Glory and the Stardust Press. I don't think he's doing the Destino. I could be wrong. We'll take a look at his moveset, as yeah, the angle did really well too as well. Good stuff. Yeah, I had a bad feeling about that popularity being down because of the main. But, hell of a show. I still stand by it. Sucks that it was a 75 and not like an 85. I would have liked that. But that's okay. It is what it is. But, really, it was a really good show. Really, really good show. And, to give some love to Kota Ibushi again. Let's give some love to Pac as well. Pac's really doing a tremendous job, I think, so far. But this has been a hell of a roster that we have established. We've put together quite the force. And it's funny, our tag division has outperformed most of our heavyweight title matches like 10 out of 10 times, which has just been hilarious. It is what it is, as far as we can pump it down low on the card. We can make that be the mains from now on. It's just a funny thing to do. Oh. That's interesting. He just re-signed a contract, too. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. But yeah, this was a hell of an episode, and now we are back to almost where we started. We'll be, the next month, this next episode here, will be at our anniversary of when we started. Very, very excited, though. We're back up to 20 million already, which is insane. We made $8 million that month. Fucking insane. As Wrestle Universe is definitely a great idea. I would like to now kind of start going in other directions with that, but thank you all, and we'll catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone.